I just arrived in Sicily with a one-way ticket and a single plan: climb on top of Etna, the most active volcano in Europe. Why? Because I'm in a hurry to fulfill 126 of my dreams in 4 years, and one of them is to get as close to a volcano as possible. I thought that experiencing a volcano was exactly what I needed to feel alive again. I was right, but for all the wrong reasons. The reason I'm in Italy right now comes down to two things: my bucket list and the people they brought into my life. Less than a year ago, I wrote down everything I wanted to experience before I die. After that, my life did a complete 180. It also gave me an incredible community of people who pushed me to go further. Especially these two, Karina and Andre. They just quit their jobs and walked across Europe facing backwards the whole time to raise donations for Karina's little niece, Jette, who has brain damage from CMV. While I still anxiously hold on to my savings, they gave away everything and proved to me that there are no excuses to delay living a meaningful life. That's exactly why I didn't wait to feel ready before flying to Italy. Between their empty wallets and my tight budget, our accommodation fund for this trip is basically a few coins and the seashell. But honestly, camping by the sea has been paradise, and I take this over a hotel pool any day. And right across the water, there it was, Etna. Constantly smoking chimney, but surprisingly, it hadn't erupted during our time here yet. So naturally, it was the perfect time to head straight toward the ticking time bomb and tick another item off my bucket list. So we came up with a budget-friendly, foolproof plan. First, we drive to the foot of the volcano and set up a camp there. Wake up early and hit the base camp. Hike up to the cable car station, and from there, go as high as we possibly can. And try not to get blown up by the volcano. Sounds simple, right? Let's find out. But as we started our drive up the mountain, our plan started to feel not so foolproof.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We need to tent up here with the snow. Oh no. These guys are laughing at us because they sleep in the car.
Down at the beach, it was comfortable 22 degrees. But the higher we drove, the colder it got. Turns out, up here the temperatures at night drop close to zero. This is a massive problem. Our sleeping bags were already too thin to handle a 15-degree night, let alone zero.
We had emergency blanket. 50-50. 50-50, we don't die. I have all my clothes on right now. 4 or 3 layers. And it's still very cold.
I was worried that I'm in for a long sleepless night, getting some flashbacks from London adventure.
It's 3 degrees outside. I do not have clothes for that.
But then, Karina came to the rescue with some highly advanced, state-of-the-art survival technology. Warm water bottles. We shoved them into our sleeping bags, wrapped ourselves in emergency foil blankets, and hoped for the best. We survived the night, but we were absolutely exhausted. After breakfast, we headed for the southern base camp, ready to finally start the ascent on foot.
We're going to Etna!
I was so hyped. I even tried to recruit a local expert to lead the way.
We almost got a free guide, Pablo, but Pablo was a dog. And Pablo wanted to go to the forest. So
No Etna.
no Etna for us.
But then we talked to an actual guide in the parking lot. The good news is we made it to the starting point. The bad news was that without a guide, we could only hike up to the cable car station. To go as high as you can and actually see the craters required a tour guide, which was way out of our group's budget. I was so disappointed. The main reason I'm even in Italy right now is to fulfill this dream. For a long time, I struggled with anxiety and depression. I would shut myself indoors, paralyzed on the couch, completely disconnected from actual world. I wanted to see this volcano erupt, to feel that thunder, because I needed to show myself, the version of me still sitting on that couch, that it is possible to get up. But standing in the parking lot, realizing we can't reach the summit, it felt like I was failing before we even started. And to add insult to injury, it turns out going higher is actually not allowed for people with asthma. And guess what? I have asthma.
It's a bit hard to breathe for me.
Fortunately, nothing serious came out of it, but it was definitely harder to breathe. It didn't help that the cars passing us kept kicking up fine volcanic dust that went straight into our eyes and mouth. But I refused to let it ruin the day. We would just hike as high as we legally could without a guide. Sure, we were broke and guideless, but at least humor is for free.
How high is it? 200.
The hike was supposed to take only a few hours, but we took our sweet time. The ascent itself wasn't actually that hard, it just got monotonous over time, and impatience in the group grew.
Hello.
But then, when we least expected it, disaster struck. Andre suffered a catastrophic injury, and we thought that our expedition ends right then and there.
Oh, why? Why?
That snow is very strong.
Miraculously, we were able to stabilize him and we pushed on. Disappointment aside, the scenery was unbelievable. I had never seen anything like it. It genuinely felt like we were wandering through alien world, trapped between massive walls of snow. We finally made it to the cable car station, the highest point we could go for free. But honestly, it was completely underwhelming. It was just more snow blocking the view, and the actual top of Etna looked exactly as far away as it did an hour ago. But a voice in my head kept saying, this can't be the end. So out of pure curiosity, I wandered over to the cafe to see if you could start the guided tour from here. And you could. Even better, the tickets up here were half the price. This felt like a sign from Etna. You're so close to your dream. Oh, you're scared about the money? Here's a discount. Come. Do it! And you know what, Etna, you're right. I came all this way and I am going up. But then the cashier told me that they were closing in 10 minutes. I had to decide right now. I ran back to tell the others, but the mood instantly shifted. Half price or not, it was still too expensive for Karina and Andre. And an unexpected sadness hit me. I wanted to summit badly, but I felt even more strongly that I had to do it with my friends or not at all. Standing there, I finally understood why. Reaching the top of this mountain alone wouldn't give me what I hoped for. The whole point of getting off that couch was to break out of my isolation and reconnect with the world. And that includes the people in it. The volcano was the excuse to get out of the door, but they were my actual adventure. So I didn't care about the money anymore. And I told them that Karel and I were paying for the tickets so we could go together. But they categorically refused.
ega teil ei ole ka mingid tuhanded ja miljonid arve peal, nagu ma ei taha, et nüüd topelt maksate selle pärast, et lihtsalt tulla.
Our arguing was interrupted by the ticket lady. I didn't know what to do, and I was ready to give up and not go. But then, this happened.
Yeah, we want 4 tickets.
It took me a bit to register what he said.
No.
Bastards. So Marilyn spontaneously decided that she is going up. And they decided to pay for our tickets as well. What did you do?
We made you come with us.
Karel just completely bypassed the argument. He bought the tickets for all of us and we went. I was so relieved and excited. Now we just had to wait for a snowmobile.
It's kind of cool and head up.
You're actually doing it.
Going up.
And it turned into quite the bumpy ride up the mountain.
This is like a roller coaster ride.
But finally, I was about to witness Europe's most active volcano, glowing red lava, rumbling earth. I was ready for the danger, ready to face the thunder, feel that heat on my face, and finally feel absolutely, undeniably alive. But instead, we got this. No eruptions or rumbles. Turns out Europe's most active volcano is not quite what I imagined it to be. But you know what? Looking at my friends, it didn't matter. It was the messy adventure, the unpredictable elements, and these incredible people that actually made me feel alive.
I'm volcano surfing!
And with that, another bucket list item ticked off. If you want to know how I ended up bald, subscribe and stay tuned.